Get on with it. Yes, get on with it!
Oh, I am enjoying this scene.
Get on with it!
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Sports Church right here on the VRR, Veteran Revolt Radio. I'm your host, John Crumrine, a.k.a. Mini. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. 2311 was my MOS. I'm a card-carrying member of the E4 Mafia, allegedly. And I'm one of the founding members of the new and wonderful Veteran Revolt Radio. All right, we've got the return of the pimp. We've got a huge card in UFC. Lots of baseball to talk about. Lots of auto racing to talk about. I'm excited for the football, especially. But you know how I'll get towards the end of the show after I've had a few and I get into talking baseball. It's pretty intense. But if you're watching, share us out everywhere. We're live on Rumble. We're live on YouTube. We're live on the X, aka Twitter. We're, of course, live on Facebook as well. And I am share banned for spamming once again. So all the shares are deeply appreciated. We got a lot to unpack, so let's get to it. He is a United States Naval veteran, Fleet Marine Force corpsman, hence the name Devil Dog. He's also my co-host on The Bar, which you catch every Saturday at 2100 Eastern right here on the VRR, which is Rumble, Twitter, or X, excuse me, YouTube, and the Facebooks. So without further ado, I guess it's Monk Devil Dog today. That's right. I forgot about that. So, yes, Monk Devil Dog. What's up, man?
What's up?
What's up? Nice, beautiful, fucking shiny head you got there.
Yep. You know, it's my new deal with Armor All, you know.
Nice.
And I'm also working on trying to get sponsored by a Manscaped.
Manscaped would be good. Manscaped would be good. Yes. I haven't Manscaped in a long time. It does make your junk a little bigger looking.
I do notice when you shave your head or lack of hair, but you have facial hair.
Yeah,
hair comes in quicker everywhere else from here down.
Yeah. It's got to go somewhere, right?
Yeah.
It's all good, man. Good to have you. Without further ado, let's keep it going. He is in there. I actually should put him in first. He's a United States Marine Corps veteran. And he is the host of the Whoa Radio Show, along with this fuckface, every Tuesday at 1900 Eastern Standard Time on the YouTubes. I think you guys are just on YouTube, right? You guys, YouTube and Facebook, right? Yeah,
just YouTube and the Book of Faces.
We got to get you on the Rumble. It's not hard. It's really easy. If I could fucking figure it out on my own, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, without further ado, he's back after a long absence of no football really going on. We've had some things happen, but exception of Rogers, pretty slow time. But without further ado, our redneck pimp, our wise shaman, here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Sports Church. What's up, man? I like it a lot. It's fucking awesome. Good on you, man.
What's up, gentlemen? How y'all doing?
Okay. Yeah,
Nice.
Living the life, still looking at the right side of the grass. So,
Oh, that's certainly good. Yes.
Can't be that bad. How about yourself? What's been new with the pimp?
Oh, same old.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give a big shout out to my wife. We're still married. So went past our 20. Hold on a minute. Let me get this shit right. Went past our 21st wedding anniversary. So we're
nice.
She ain't found nobody to replace me yet, though. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that'll be
the trick to being married that long is make her need you a little bit. Okay. So anyway, that seems to work for me, and she loves me. So big shout out. Yeah, we're gonna do some football, guys. Got a lot of profit being made in the NFL.
Yeah, we were talking about that a little last night. Yeah, a little bit. That dude's fucking laughing his ass all the way to the bank. Oh, I gotta sell.
Geez, punish me like that.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's so stupid. Oh, well, I'm sure we'll get into that in detail in a little bit. Let's get the rest of the crew on here. He's our auto racing expert. We call him Pops because, well, he's my Pops. He's been in auto racing, whether working there, covering it on TV and whatnot, producing shows for Slinger Super Speedway on Channel 18, everything. You name it, he's done it. He's met him. He shook hands. He's been there. So know of no other person that has as much authority on the sport of auto racing. Without further ado, please welcome to Sports Church, where grown men and women play with balls, drive around in circles, and beat the shit out of each other. Pops, if it'll let me. WhatsApp's getting in the way. What's up, Pop?
There we are. Hello, everybody. Good weekend. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be crazy. By the way, we have nobody behind us, so if we have to go a little over to fit all this in, that's fine. Nobody's behind us anymore. So nobody was behind us for a while, but is what it is. All right. He's been my friend for over 25 years. We served together at the beautiful all-inclusive resort known as 43 area, Las Pulgas, Camp Pendleton, California. Guest of the most holistic company in the history of the Marine Corps. You can look it up. Ammo Company, first Force Service Support Group, First Marine Division out there, beautiful Camp Pendleton, just across the street from the beautiful Boobies. I think now they're shut down. Did they shut down that on a freight plant? Did they, Kyle? Did they? Yeah, that was a good call. Anyways, without further ado, please welcome the man, the myth, the legend, brother Bishop Pook Dawg. There he is on his.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's brother Bishop Pook Dawg here from the First Sports Church. Nothing but the truth. What's happening, Mini? How's everyone doing? It's good to have the back. Looks like you're a medicine man. I could use some of that holistic healing, that's for sure. What kind of
fix
medicine
your Wi-Fi.
You got any peyote?
Peyote, yeah. Matter of fact, not in my pocket right now, but yeah. Allegedly. I got a war club.
So when you say I gotta fix my Wi-Fi, Mini, am I?
You're a little jerky and your sound is coming in and out here and there. So, yeah, it's not too good.
My sound's coming in and out. That's not good.
No. Hey, did we have
a bit jerky, bro? I can't help it.
Didn't we have a gunny in our company that was allowed to do peyote? Wasn't there? He was full-blooded Native American.
Yep.
You remember? He would sit up on the roof. Yeah, he would sit up on the roof in a chair and just fucking
hammer away.
Ripped out of his mind.
Yeah.
Well, we lived across from the range.
Right?
One of the live ranges for fixed and rotary. And so sometimes at night, they would make runs, fucking 500 yards from our, maybe 1,000 yards. But you're on the roof, you can see it. You're right there.
No, it was like watching a little show.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it was like watching a little show. I remember that.
Tecate Wi-Fi for the Pook. Oh no.
Oh shit!
Best supervisor of the Marine Corps. Yeah, I remember he was pretty cool, but he was right at his 20 and was firmly on the track of getting out. So
I mean,
all I know is this:
he wasn't like.
If you never did peyote before, don't do it.
You see the size of that chicken?
And do a little bit at a time when you first start to puff, puff, pass.
This isn't doing
That ain't
anything.
no chicken, stupid. That's a
been-
big cock.
Yeah, it's been a half hour. Nothing's happening. This is bullshit. Give me more. No, don't do that. No. Wait 45 minutes to an hour minimum, and then you're going to start having some fun.
And eat.
Yeah, and do it with good people.
Yeah.
Like anything.
But wait a minute. You're telling me that the Marine Corps gave the gunny permission to do peyote?
Yep.
They couldn't stop him.
Yeah.
It's part of our ritual.
Part of his religion.
Oh, wow.
Yep. All right. So, like I said, we got a lot to get into. A ton of baseball. NFL is just heating up. Already controversies. We had a great UFC fight night last night. I'm sure there's some boring shit that Kyle wants to cover, so I can go have a cigarette in about 40 minutes. But other than that, we've got the brother, Bishop Pook Dawg, who usually leads us out with his MMA report. So, well, further
Get on with
ado,
it. Yes, get on with it.
on with it, Pook.
That's somewhat weird. But anyway, yeah. Yesterday we had a monster day in combat sports. Actually, you had the Earl Spence Terrence Crawford fight in boxing, and I didn't watch it. Seen the highlights on ESPN. I'm sure most of you
That
did
was
too.
epic. It was fucking phenomenal.
You saw the fight?
Hell yes, I did.
Hey, let's hear about it. Let's hear a little bit about it. What'd you think of it? Because I didn't have a chance to watch the fight. I watched
For
the whole
one,
UFC card.
there should not be a rematch.
Ooh.
The dude got outboxed, outpunched. Literally, Bud Crawford, that's his nickname, Bud,
Nah.
mimicked his ass the entire time. Fucked him up so bad in the 9th round. He goes, "Oh no, I'm fine." Started crying, and then the minute they go out and they leave, he calls for a rematch at a heavier weight class. He is going to get his ass beat even more, because if Bud Crawford does not have to cut weight for a fight, you are fucked. That's my take on Bud Crawford. He is pound for pound the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
Well, from what I seen on ESPN last night, I can't argue with you, and that was a pretty big deal. I'm glad somebody in sports church did their job and watched that fight. So,
I watched the UFC shit too.
No, well, you're ahead of me, bro, and I'm supposed to be doing the combat.
I didn't know if you were going to be here or not.
Okay, right on. I won't be here next week. Just for fair warning for everybody, I'm going to be at a 90-year-old's birthday party in Indiana.
Hey. In India?
Indiana, bro. Indiana.
Oh, I thought you said India.
Me too, right?
That's my Wi-Fi. They got the Wi-Fi.
You got the Wheatie?
It's the gas station.
I love you keep bringing the Cincinnati mayor on. That's cool.
Yeah, right. Mayor of Cincinnati. He's just now deceased.
Dead now, right? Yeah, he's dead. Dead as a doornail.
Or as my son would say, he did. He did. He did. All right.
He dead?
So getting on with the show here. Risen and Bellator did a cross promotion yesterday, which is the second time they did it, and they brought out all their stars. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch that either. But I don't know too many of the fighters in Risen. I know they have a lot of talent. I know they're Japanese MMA now. Japanese MMA, as everyone knows, used to be the pride. They used to sell out the Santama Super Arena, 100,000 people. You could hear a pin drop in that place, literally. And it's not what it used to be in Japan. Scandals because of the UKZ, because of all the organized crime and things that came out with the pride and the loans that were made from the pride, from organized crime, and the money that went out the back door of pride to the UKZ. and all that. It's just tainted MMA in Japan forever. So, yeah, Yakuza. You know, you say Hiroshima, I say Hiroshima. You say tomato, I say tomato. The Yukazis, those guys over there. All right.
The UKZ. Who the fuck is the UKZ? All right.
Back bro, you're acting like this is
squirrel.
You're acting like I'm pronouncing this wrong or something. You're a pistol. Anyway, samurai, whatever.
No, there's a
bro,
there's a right way to pronounce something and a wrong way. You're so far off, it's hilarious. But I love you. I love you. You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy.
Yukazi's wrong. Someone in the chat help me out. Yukazi's wrong.
Yakuza. Everything from Japanese from the diaphragm. And all the little girls sound like they're 12. From 12 to 80. Oh, get you give me that.
And it's not Godzilla, it's Godzilla.
Godzilla. From diaphragms. Must speak from diaphragm.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
Yakuza.
Well, I'm American. All right. I'm American.
You're American. America, fuck yeah!
America.
All right, man. I got a lot of shit. That you sent me.
That's how I feel. So what I'm saying. So what I'm getting at. The best in the world, maybe the best from Japan and the best from the East, for the most part, are fighting in Risen now. Used to be the best in the world were fighting in the Pride. So I'm not really tuning into too many Risen fights. So I don't know really who's who in Risen, but I do know Patricio Pitbull had a fight last night in Bellator, and he's kind of a big deal. And he won against Salsa Jr. So just that's a footnote. And now let's get on with the UFC card. You saw the UFC card, Devil Doc? How about you, Minnie? Did you watch the whole card?
No, man. I tried using your link, and I just couldn't get it to work past like a couple of minutes. It just kept, buffering and buffering.
Okay.
Like,
all right. Yeah, I get it.
And then you sent me those clips as I was just starting to look for them, to try and see what was going on or what happened.
Were you able to set up WhatsApp so we'll be able to integrate this?
Yeah, I got it on my phone and I got it on my desktop now, so I can.
You got it on your desktop now, so you could just pop on one of the highlights that I gave you. That'll be awesome.
I think the first one. I think the first one I did was the first one you sent me, Derek Lewis. The stories.
All right. We'll get into all this. Kevin Holland opened up the evening as far as the main card was concerned against Michael Chiesa, and very impressive submission, Darce choke. And Kevin Holland said in the post-fight interview with Joe Rogan that he was watching tape and that Michael Chiesa makes mistakes, and he capitalized on his mistake. I don't know what you have to add about that. Excuse me. I don't know what you have to add about that, Double Doc. What do you think?
That's what I saw. I thought it was great.
Yeah. Kevin Holland, man. How about his statement at the end, man? I don't know, man. Maybe he's trying too hard for this UFC-based audience, or maybe he's just kind of saying it with his tongue in his cheek, as a joker. But when he was walking out, he said, I like having sex and making babies and eating meat.
Wow.
I thought he was trying to outdo Derek Lewis for once, because he's always saying, I got to take this shit. Don't interview me. I got to go. Bye.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was kind of he's saying it with his tongue in his cheek. It was kind of cute and funny, I guess. So that leads us up to the next fight on the card. We're going to break down all these fights because this was a star-studded.
Tony Ferguson needs to
flat out fucking international fight. Man, Tony. I'm hearing a lot of people say that, and a lot of people are maybe like two MMAers because I didn't really listen to too many podcasts or anything before this, or read any articles before this. I just kind of watched the fights in their entireties. But the guys that I did listen to, they both say Tony needs to retire, and I don't argue with that. I don't have an argument with that. But Tony had flashes of brilliance in this fight, man. Tony freaking cracked Bobby Green a couple of times, man. I mean,
but
the way
he hasn't been the same since he took that kick to the face.
And he went out big Nog style, refusing to tap. Minnie, you got that? I sent you a highlight of that. Pull that up if you can.
Oh, give me a second.
I think it should be the one in the middle, the second one down, possibly. But he refused to tap, man. He was flailing all over the place like a freaking fish out of water, and he kicked the referee in the head. Dan Liotta got kicked in the head from him flailing around.
Wait a minute, he intentionally did it, or just missed something?
No, you'll see it. He's getting strangled, Pops.
All right.
Yeah, he's getting absolutely strangled.
1, you shoot. 2, you go. Over and over. Never say no.
That's it. He's out. He's out cold. He's out. Not too many guys have that kind of will.
Yep.
They tap. I probably tap.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That's like Big Nogueira status, man. That's very impressive. A warrior, Tony Ferguson. He's champion with me. He does need to retire, though. But he did have some flashes of brilliance in that fight. He cracked Bobby Green a couple times real good, man.
He got few good looks on him. It just he doesn't look the same anymore.
No, he ain't the same guy, man.
He's not. He had no choice but to tap. I mean, the position he was in, that was perfect. He couldn't roll him. You see him try to roll him. He couldn't roll him.
Yeah.
He couldn't shrimp. It was just, it was the only thing he could do is either tap or die.
Yeah. That I was looking at it, and I'm like, the only way this guy could, if he could turn into the choke, there ain't no turning into that choke. It was already on so tight.
Mm-hmm.
Already on so tight. It was not, there's no getting out of that stranglehold right there. So this brings us to one of my favorite guys in the UFC, man. And if I knew, I didn't even check the betting odds because I'm not gonna lie. I checked the betting odds on
he was not the favorite.
No, but I checked the betting odds on the main event, right? If I knew that Derek Lewis was a 2-1 dog, you goddamn right I would have bet some money on it. There ain't no way I wouldn't have. But yeah, how about that fight? Freaking
that
flying knee. I think we got the entire fight. Let's talk about it. Put up. I'm pretty sure we got the entire fight. It's the Derek Lewis. It's the It's gonna be. Let me take.
Yeah,
it's
I got
be
this
Derek
one.
Lewis. Yeah.
Derek Lewis one.
Yeah. Watch what he does at the beginning of this fight. It's freaking impressive, man, for a big guy, especially to land this. Fight don't last long. Don't worry.
It was what, 30 seconds? Yeah.
Well, we got the whole thing. We got the celebration, which is better than the fight.
And he didn't leave to take a shit.
Oh, he turned right to him.
Yep.
Gave him his back.
Yep.
How about that for a celebration?
Nice.
He said that's the first time he's had a six-pack since he was in elementary school.
Wow.
He's waving around his shorts over his head like Muscle Man from the Cartoon Network, man. Incredible. In his underwears. And then he took his cup off and threw it in the audience in one of his gloves as well. The guy's a joker, man. He's hilarious. I don't know. I like his little celebrations. I don't know. Brings us to the next fight, Alex Pereira and Jan Blachowicz. And I think they got this one right. It was a split decision. I don't know. How do you feel, Doc? I mean, I mean, I saw Jan's face right after the fight. He obviously felt he got ripped off. But I mean, okay, that first round, maybe you can make the argument it was a 10-8 round. I don't know though, man. Really? I mean, he didn't do no damage.
I felt it should have gone to Jan.
Yeah, okay, let's hear why.
He did more.
Okay.
He did more.
All right, so first round, what do you score the first round?
10-7, Jan.
Oh, all right. Well, then he won. They never give anyone a 10-7. You'd have to freaking murder somebody in the ring. You literally have to murder them to get a 10-7. It'd be a TKO. But yeah,
the other two rounds could have gone either way. I just
the second round, man, you can't give the second round to Jan. Jan was gassed, man.
No, the second round went straight to whatever that fuckface is from Brazil.
Jan was, Alex Pereira. Mini, you want to correct me on Alex Pereira's pronunciation because I think it's something like Pereira or something like there's some kind of accent. Pereira or So you know, I speak English. Sorry. So, but anyway, I feel like they got it right, and this is why I feel like they got it right. And the Pook could be wrong because if you even give him a 10-8 round, the Pook's got it as a draw. If you give him a 10-8 round the first round, I don't know how you can give him a 10-8 round, though, because there's no significant damage done. Freaking Alex fought off every single submission attempt, fought off every choke. He did a good job of defending his neck. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, so, okay, I got that scored 10-9. The second round, obviously, is going to go to Alex. He didn't do enough damage to get a 10-8, 10-9, but he beat the shit out of Jan. Jan was freaking gassed from trying to go for those submissions and all the grappling that he did. So Jan was gassed already. Third round, it looked like both fighters were kind of taking it off. And it looked like Alex Pereira was actually the more active of the two fighters. I might have to rewatch that last round, but I got Alex winning that last round too. So I got Alex winning the fight. I don't have a problem with the decision. I know from your reaction and Jan's reaction that there's a lot of people that do have a problem with the decision. I don't. And we all know who, conspiracy-wise, we all know who they want to win here. I think they want, as far as UFC is concerned, I think they're promoting Alex Pereira. He did come from kickboxing. He was a champion. Obviously, he beat out Ariel Adesanya earlier in kickboxing. I understand he's already a star, but he's getting really good fights and really good pay right out the gate, man. They got an investment in this guy. I think they probably got more invested in Alex than they do in Jan. So if you want to come at it from a conspiracy mindset that maybe the UFC had something to do with this decision, I don't think so. I think it was a good decision. Okay, we got Justin Gaethje and my homeboy Dustin the Diamond Poirier fought last night for the main event. It's freaking, unless you live under a cave, I think you know what happened because this was all over SportsCenter. I saw it at work. Every time I walked by a TV, I was seeing a still shot of Justin Gaethje wrapping his freaking knee, ankle, shin around this dude's side of his head and neck, and it was pretty wicked because here Dustin gets his arm up to check the kick. He's got his arm up to check the kick. He's doing a good job. That's what you're supposed to do, right? But it don't matter because the kick comes in so goddamn hard. It freaking bends his arm back this way and it wraps, his leg wraps all the way. Pushes his arm in and his leg wraps all the way around the back of his neck and head. Bam! Freaking wicked kick. And I think we got video of it, Mini.
Yeah. Un momento, por favor. Yep. There it is. How does it look? It's the best I can do. Here we go.
Oh, geez.
Look at that flip. That's like a WWE. If that was a WWE fight after that kick, he would have jumped on him right there.
I want to see it one more time. One more time.
It's like WWE. That's like the flip off the.
Oh.
Jimmy Superfly Snooker status right there.
That's an ouchie right there. Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah, and it's great. Everybody loves a long ball. Everybody loves a knockout. But, my thoughts and prayers out to Dustin Poirier, man. Like you said about Tony Ferguson, he was never the same after a head kick. I mean, that might take a lot out of you.
No, but that head kick freaking Tony Ferguson took from Michael Chandler knocked him out. Like, it was like when Chuck Liddell fought Sugar Rashad Evans, and the bell went and they hit, and he went down. 6 minutes later, he wakes up and goes, "Did the fight start?"
Yeah, he was never the same after that, man. He literally was never the same. Chuck Liddell was literally never the same after that. You're right. And you want to know something? Dustin Poirier might never be the same after that either. That was a wicked kick. He kicked him like a goddamn car crash.
The steroid taking phone, beating up a bus, beating up a trash can, beating up a chick on a bicycle, beating up a telephone pole, Irish leprechaun.
He said he ain't even he got paid, man. I know for a fact that this dude got paid. Gaethje got paid for the win last night. He got paid. He said he don't care. They're gonna have to throw a lot of money on to fight McGregor the way he was talking. Did you hear him? He's like, I don't care. I don't care. Fight that guy. That guy's chasing me now. Yeah. He's like, you got to lose a fight to fight him. I can't fight him. Yeah. It's the truth. You got to lose a fight to fight that guy now.
Prove to me you can fight still.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, not only that, what'd he say? He said, I never took steroids. I'm not on steroids.
I'm clean. I've never.
This guy is obvious. He's stating the obvious. If you can't tell that freaking Conor is on steroids right now, bro, that don't pass the third grade playground test, man. Like, how dare you accuse somebody? Yeah, okay, bro. We've seen his whole little act. We've seen it. The dude's. I think the guy's on trending cocaine all the time. I swear. But that's just my opinion of the dude.
It's probably something in his whiskey.
Anyway, yeah, the whiskey too. Whiskey don't help, man. Whiskey's got some demons in them, huh? Man. Ooh, that's what they don't call it firewater for nothing, right? Okay.
Sure.
So getting on with what's coming up next in the UFC, as Mini always likes to talk about. We got a couple of fight nights coming up. We're going to have Sandhagen versus Font. We're going to have Luke Cage versus Dos.
Did you say Luke Cage?
I'm interested in pay-per-view. No.
Did he say Luke Cage?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
From Mortal Kombat?
I was like,
Luke Cage.
What?
No, I'm probably it's my accent. Probably it's my accent.
Or your Wi-Fi.
Luke Cage.
Oh, your Wi-Fi.
LUGU.
Tecate Wi-Fi. $3.99 a month. 2G.
Wait, we got too many bald heads here.
It's 1.5G.
That's right. That thing was bugging me. So anyway, we got Sandhagen versus Font. We got Luque versus Dos Anjos. We're going to have Sterling. This is what I'm interested in. The pay-per-view coming up August 19th. We're going to have Sterling versus O'Malley. Sugar Sean O'Malley is going to be fighting the backpack. Aljamain Sterling for a bantamweight title. So I'm super interested in that. You're going to have Wei Li Zhang, the first Chinese champion ever, whatever. She's going to be fighting on this card. There's going to be Jeff Neal's going to be fighting. Chris Weidman's going to be fighting on this card. Cody Garbrandt. Pretty decent card. Not like last night's card. Last night's card was sick. That was
a good card. Even the prelims were awesome.
Oh, bro. And yeah, I didn't see the prelims, but I read some articles about the prelims on SureDog, and I want to go. There was like all kinds of finishes and submissions in the prelims. I want to go back and watch the prelims. I
One
might do
dude
that
did
this
a
evening. I'm
sitting
off,
guillotine
so
choke.
I might go ahead and watch the prelims. I saw that. I saw the still footage of that. I saw the.
I'm like, what the shit?
I saw that.
Ah, there we go. Got it. All right.
Oh, and your girl is pregnant, Minnie.
Fuck. Dumb bitch.
Oh wow. Oh wow, Minnie.
Come on, Pook. She's cheating on us, bro. It's obvious
I
now.
still
It's out
talk
there in the
about-
ether,
Wait.
and now she's never gonna fight again.
I'm
Guarantee she's not gonna fight again. No, not you, baby.
Not you, Michelle. Thug Rose.
Is a beard a requirement for being on this show? Yes, Jim. Yes, it is.
Apparently.
Yes. I mean, Pops has kind of got a.
You can't be
You
a. You can't be a
He's
bishop.
got an 80s beard. He's got a goatee.
He's got a goatee. It's the shortest on the
cannot-
show. Well, Kyle's is kind of short now, but
No,
He fucked
give me a
up.
month. I'll be longer than Pook.
he fucked up.
I was
Oh,
gonna say he might be the shortest, but I got the shortest time frame. I ain't cut mine in 8 years. This is it. It's 8 years.
Ah,
Well, actually,
Jesus.
no, 9 years. This is 9 years beard right here.
oh my God! I think I could do that in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Like, unfortunately,
I'm gonna get mine cut on Monday.
it almost happened. It almost happened this weekend. I was shaving my head, and I made a little mistake on the sides, and so I just kind of corrected it, hoping on both sides nobody would notice. You know, but yeah, it almost went. The whole thing almost.
Kind of
went.
hard to, when you're doing this down here trying to fix something, and your wife's cat bumps your arm in the middle of in a big giant, and
Nice.
you're like, yeah, can't come back from that now. There's a giant racing stripe in it. Okay, all right, here we go.
Wow. Okay.
I come out holding her cat, and she goes, "What's wrong?" And she goes, "What did you do?" I'm like, "She did it."
What did you do? Oh, of course. Oh man. All right. Nothing else for me, Pook. Yeah. No, we know.
Well,
you're not
if we want to beat to
better
death
not
the
be.
Jake Paul, Nate Diaz fight, if we wanted to talk more about the Francis Ngannou fight coming up with
yeah, guys. All those are still. I mean, until they happen, I guess it's. Something to be discussed if you boys want to go over that again.
What? The gimmick fight between Francis
Yeah.
and Tyson Fury?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit ain't gonna fucking happen.
Pook said it is happening.
Ngannou is gonna get his ass beat within 3 rounds, and that fucker will never be able to fight again. That's why he's getting that much money. That's why he left the UFC, because when he gets fucking demoralized by Tyson Fury.
this Tyson Fury.
Uh-oh. His wife has completely gone, woohoo.
The burrow ran away. It went back there.
I would think it was more like a blunt breath.
Huh. All right. Well, this is what it is, Pook. You out. Hopefully he'll make it back. But we gotta continue on. So it's about that time. This is the time where I go walk the dog. And
Okay.
Kyle covers stuff that
Nobody else gives 2 shits about.
yeah, but you do, the Valley viewers, if that's who you really are. So yeah, Kyle, knock them out. Don't burn the house down. I'll be back in 5 mics.
So there's not much going on in college football other than Jim Harbaugh is suspended for 4 games for a recruiting violation that happened during COVID when you could not do a in-home visit. You had to do it over the phone. And guess which team turned him in for said violation? Ohio State.
Ohio State, yeah. Well, actually, I got news for you. That ain't his first time.
No, but this is the one from COVID that's the problem.
Yeah.
And Ohio State was like, that's not fair. So then he brought up, he goes, well, then how did you get your recruits during COVID to come to camp? Well, I talked to him on the phone. Oh, well, that's what you turned me in for. So it's okay for you to do it, but not me to do it?
Yeah, he got the Facebook treatment. 4 years later, they're hitting you for a video you put on there. Yeah. Violating the community standards.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the big news in college football.
So do you think that'll drive him to the NFL?
No, I don't think he's coming back.
Really? Because you heard a lot of people think he is coming back.
The only way I could see him coming back is if somebody tempted him, or like the father came up and said, hey, I think you can coach better than your brother.
Well,
which, they did face each other in a Super Bowl. And the power somehow or another went out during that Super Bowl that nobody knows about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But moving on to more interesting topics, there is this gem of a WNBA basketball player I'd like to talk about. She plays for the Las Vegas Aces. She has not played the entire season. Her name is Raquina Williams. She is facing 9 domestic battery charges, 5 of which are felony domestic violence, including multiple counts of domestic battery by strangulation, coercion with threat or use of physical force, assault with the use of a weapon, assault with the use of a car, assault with the use of blowing the house up. Then she's also facing 4 misdemeanor domestic battery charges. And this isn't the first time this woman has done it.
Yeah.
In 2019, she did the exact same crap to her second wife. And she was suspended from the league for 10 games. And yeah, this woman is a peach. Yeah. I mean, I'm tempted to put her on my dummy of the week, but
yeah, hey, well, I hope they give her the same treatment though as they would give a man.
You would think, yeah.
Ask
what, they put him in the Hall of Fame or what?
Well, Harding just switched his careers. He went to the UFC where he can beat people.
Yeah, he went to the and now he's in bare knuckle fighting.
He makes more money, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see what else. So we covered that, Jim. Nothing big right now in the NBA other than there's nothing going on. Not much in the realm of hockey other than the fact that the number 1 draft pick could do 5 pull-ups.
Okay.
Yeah, he could do 5 pull-ups. Yeah. Okay.
Being strong in hockey is not a requirement, I guess.
And then, in funny news, this Canadian football team, the Elks, has lost 21 consecutive home games. It is the first time they've been shut out twice this year. Their record right now is 0-8. They have the worst home record in any North American sport, period. Yeah. Sorry, Chris. Had to bring that up. I know that's your favorite team.
God, you're nasty.
No, he actually told me that. That's his favorite Canadian football team.
Okay.
I think they're called the Edmonton Elks. I think. Didn't know the Elks could play football.
Apparently they can't.
Other than that, I have no real interesting shit to talk about anymore other than what I talked about. And there goes Pook to go get his burrow to charge the Wi-Fi.
Hey, nothing going on in the NBA. Did you hear about Bronny James?
Oh, who cares?
Labrina?
Collapsed, had a cardiac arrest in practice.
Yeah, because he got the Fauci ouchie.
Yeah, another female soccer player.
My wife don't believe that. My wife don't believe that.
Yeah,
about people getting shots and then now they're starting to kill over.
Yeah.
We had a big debate about that. And I'm telling her now a professional athlete who's trained is doing
it's been happening for like 2 years since they got it. Yeah,
and 2 years. Yep. Yeah.
And then just the other day, in the World Cup, the Women's World Cup. I can't remember where she's from. I want to say Brazil, but I'm probably wrong on that. Collapsed during practice. Just boom, cardiac arrest. It's like, it's called myocarditis, and it's because of the shot.
Because of global warming, bro. That's what they're saying. There's all these heart attacks are because of global warming right now. I watch the news, okay? I don't know. You don't watch the news?
Lies. Oh, lies!
I can't. Did you read my little moniker underneath here? The little thing here?
No, I can't read it. What does it say?
Can't wait to try some
lab-grown meat. Oh, yeah. Very sports related.
Yeah, I'm going to save the planet with this. Okay.
Are you?
Yeah. One lab-grown.
Get over it!
One lab-grown meat plate at a time. I'm going to save the planet.
All right, moving on.
I'm getting an electric car too, Mini.
Are you? Good, because those kids in the Congo digging for that cobalt as 6-year-olds really need your help.
We don't talk about that. That's that's the part you don't say out loud. I don't know what you're doing.
With the moms and the mines with a fucking pickaxe and a baby.
Exactly. You're not supposed to talk about that at all.
Okay.
We're doing this for the planet.
Yeah, I know. All right. Good on you.
Hey, I got a tape on the wall. That's interesting.
You've got what on the wall?
I don't know. I was trying to change the subject.
Oh, I thought you had like a monitor lizard, which in Florida is not beyond the realm of possibility.
I got lizards all over this motherfucker.
So why do you? I just know. It's just every time the hurricane goes through there, every fucking lunatic who has stupid weird pets evacuates, leaves them there. The houses get trashed. They escape. They of course fuck, and then they make more. And it's like. It's literally killing like the ecosystem in Florida, like all these super predators. Because now you got Burmese pythons breeding.
Oh yeah, and let's don't blame the drug lords that bring the snakes up. I mean, that's just fucking dandy.
Yeah, they hold on to the bales of weed and they throw them out of the plane.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys hear about the cocaine sharks? I know we're getting way off topic, but yeah, that's a thing now. So
we got out it since we had Cocaine Bear.
If they're running fast boats and they get alerted to the fact that they're being tracked, they'll just dump the load and turn around and try and outrun the Coast Guard, which you're usually probably going to do. And fucking sharks just start eating the bales of cocaine. It's like that's what you need. That's what you need.
Maybe that's why all those sharks are attacking the guys in the boat because they keep trying to chew on the outboard motors.
Hey, fisherman, you got any more of that cocaine, man?
Next thing you're going to hear about cocaine-infested manatees.
Yeah, probably. Probably. Wouldn't doubt it. All right. Who's up? Who's next? Who wants to
if you can find my files, we'll do it.
All right. Pops, give me a second here as I...
7:30:23 show.
I got it. I just had to pour some God's great elixir, aka tequila. All right, here we go. We're up. Yeah, we're up.
Yeah, we start with F1. Go ahead to the next slide. And surprise for his 8th victory of the year.
The German one again. Weird.
Yeah. Yep. Although it's only 8 wins. The real surprise was the next guy, which hit the slide.
Real quick, if you put F1 in spec cars, you have one chassis. Any chance of that making it slightly more competitive amongst the field, or no?
Yeah, I think they're. Well, let's put it this way: Sergio Perez is his teammate. He finally came in second.
Yeah,
but I think you put Lewis and him in identical cars, it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, me too.
In addition, well, you'll see as the slide goes on, you'll see there's other people that are actually as competent. Go to the next one. Out of nowhere comes the other Red Bull car, which is your point that Red Bull cars are just unbelievably good. Let's put it that way. And it keeps other guys from developing something into it. Go to the next slide.
They're on steroids.
Yeah.
The cars, probably.
Yeah, they're on performance enhancing.
Ferrari comes in third. Now, Ferrari is not used to being in third place. They're going for the championship, but Leclerc is going back to the books and trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
You tell me Mr. Ferrari saw that? He fucking wouldn't have a stroke. All that shit next to his beloved Ferrari logo. The fucking really. There's Puma up there. There's Shell. There's UPS. Can't read what's on the sides, but they're fucking covered.
Santander's on there one, and I can't remember who the other one is. But
the old man's rolling in his grave, man.
Next slide. You think this is funny? Boomba! Lewis Hamilton in fourth place. I'm not really happy about that.
I'm sure.
God, that's unreal. Next slide. However,
the man Italian.
Really happy he's in fifth place.
Yeah.
Fernando Alonso. Now, to be honest with you, I would put these three guys in a Red Bull car and have fun with Max.
Yeah.
I think they all could have fun with Max.
That would be great.
There would be 5 winners in 10 races. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
They would all find a way. I just can't believe Alonso, as old as the son of a bitch is, he's still competitive. It is really, really neat to see.
How old is he?
You know what? I don't. He is. I'll look it up. Alonso.
He can't be. What, mid-30s?
He's got to be
he's late 30s.
Late 30s.
What? Hamilton's 30?
Not Hamilton. Fernando Alonso.
Yeah, Fernando Alonso looks like he's about 32, 33.
Yeah.
Hamilton's
got, Pops?
28, 30?
I bet you I'm going to beat you all to it. Watch.
Oh, no. I just got a message saying Wikipedia is not for sale. Give me a break. Yeah. He was born in 1981.
Oh.
He's
41.
Oh, my goodness. He's over 40.
Yeah.
You can't be in racing over 40. But anyway, he is, and he is still competitive. And he's got a shit car, and he's still competitive. So that's the story. Well, let's see what Lewis is.
He's still in his early.
Gary, how old is Lewis Hamilton?
That's what I'm doing.
He's 38.
What? Is he?
Yeah.
Seriously?
He was born January 7th, 1985.
Okay.
Wow.
Must be nice to be rich and have that mocha skin because he doesn't
look
like
and be a 7-time champion.
Yeah, he's 25 years old, man. That guy's got.
But I mean, you think about it. The guy that is the champion entered the sport at 18.
Yeah.
I mean,
so how did Red Bull get the advantage all of a sudden over Mercedes and Ferrari?
Chassis engine, man. So every F1 team.
No, not the engine because they had to change engines.
Yeah.
And now they bought Honda and are producing their own Red Bull engines, and Honda is going back into the sport next year. So I don't know exactly how that's going to work, but they bought the whole engine team and all the facilities So Honda is starting over from scratch. So it'll be interesting to see what they do next year.
But yeah, every team every year comes up with their own chassis. It's one of the reasons Formula One is so bloody expensive. Besides, like the transportation.
But wasn't
factor.
Hamilton like on like an 8-year run of being the F1 champion?
Yeah.
And now it's Verstappen for what, the last 3 years?
2 years.
That's kind of that's F1 in a nutshell, man. That's F1 in a nutshell. Somebody dominates for so many years, then somebody leapfrogs, and nobody knows else. Nobody knows else what
Schumacher
they're doing.
and Hamilton. Now it's Verstappen.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that was Ferrari,
yeah,
Lotus, and now Red Bull. So
see, not bad for a novice F1er.
Mercedes, right? Ferrari, Mercedes. Then all right. Anyways, keep going. Let's go.
Next slide.
We just
we're changing from hey, we know exactly what's going to happen to hey, isn't that Sam Mayer in the front of the field at Road America?
What?
That's something really strange because Sam Mayer's never won a race.
He won this one, I bet.
Next slide.
Yoakum is in victory lane.
Well, Dave, you can just add a little bit more damage to the front of that car. When he came into victory lane, as his father, Scott, comes up to the car, congratulates his son, Sam. Mayer's once again in victory lane here. He came in and he ripped up some of the plastic checkerboard here in victory lane.
Of course he did.
Yeah, that was kind of neat. As he pulled in the victory lane, the checkerboard stuck to his tires. But Sam Mayer, the guy we've been promoting for 2 years, finally comes up with a win.
America, every little kid dreams, especially following in your dad's footsteps, of winning and then winning at your home track. The dream, did it match reality today?
Oh my God. Oh my God, this car is a fast 650 10G. It was just about getting track position, and we had it there at the end. I lost it for a second, and then, I mean, all hell broke loose there at the end, and we ended up on top. Oh my God, this team.
He did have a good race.
That first win. I mean, that monkey off
the last 3 laps he was in third place and worked his way through it.
I can do anything.
Which was kind of neat.
We came here today and did that.
Third to first, then third, you made your way to second, and then back to first. How much did the speedy dry make the challenge even greater trying to get the win?
Yeah, because I was going to pass him off in the 13 or 12 or whatever, and it went straight. There was no grip out there offline, and probably a stupid decision to go on the outside of someone like that, but all's well that ends well, I guess.
All right.
Go ahead and hit the next slide.
First time winner in that.
Yoakum is in victory lane.
All right. Next is the Craftsman Truck Series at Richmond. And again, this is a darn near mile, probably 9/10 of a mile, flat racetrack. And Carson Hocevar grabbed the win on the last lap over Ty Majeski. Ty cannot get a break this year. He's still just hanging in there. Zane Smith came home third. Jake Garcia, who I don't know, is in fourth. And a guy by the name of Mac Mills, I don't know, came in fifth place. The significance of this race is that this was the final race before the playoffs. And so you get a next slide and you see who's in the playoffs. Oh, next slide, we're going to talk to Ty Majeski before we go to the playoffs.
And a dominant truck, obviously. You have trucks like this, it hurts not to win with them. A couple mistakes costed us, right? Speeding penalty, and then still we're going to probably win the race. And then, boy, I didn't think they'd get there by pin like that. You know, with whatever 40 to go, I just didn't. I thought at the time Joe made the right call. Our truck was so much faster than everybody else. Hindsight's always 20/20. Obviously, maybe should have hit it, but without that speeding penalty, we win it staying out too. So disappointed. Just got to clean up the mistakes and be better. But the good news is we have fast trucks heading in the playoffs.
Yeah, you can go to the next slide.
Can't do anything.
Not this. Good. Next
Obviously
slide.
on 100 and whatever
Next
lap
slide.
tires, and he's on 40. You're just obviously just don't have a chance. So felt like our pace is going to be okay, but once guys on new tires, are just so many of them, they kept passing me and getting me off the bottom. I was just losing too much lap time to maintain the lead there. So disappointing, but should be good at IRP.
When's the last time you had a truck or a car, a late models or a NASCAR that was that fast?
I don't know that ever. That was multiple tenths on the field anytime I wanted it. Crazy fast, Road Ranger Ford F-150. I don't know what to say. Just incredibly disappointed. Should have been a victory lane tonight.
Does this one sting more just because of how fast the car was?
Yeah,
I mean,
sure. It's hard to get trucks like that. I mean, it's not easy. Everyone's got the same stuff, right? Everyone's got good equipment. These guys are good at what they do. You know, NASCAR's got us in the box rules-wise. Everybody is so close nowadays, and to have a truck like that and not win with it is just uncalled for. It's just got to be better.
The penalty, were you just pushing a little bit too much there?
Yeah, just a little bit. It was honestly just on entry into my pit box, the section right before my pit box. Just trying to get it all to maintain the lead. Hindsight, really didn't need to do that. We were just so much better than everybody. Just a silly penalty.
Hey everyone, Zane Smith, driver number 30.
Somehow we gotta get out of that.
Subscribe.
Yeah, we'll get out of there.
And a dominant truck.
Bring it one more time. There you go. So I don't know why I got Xfinity. It's not the Xfinity. It's the Craftsman truck playoff drivers. And it comes down there. The top 10 drivers are now going into the playoffs. So one of these 10 will be champion next year. The points have been reset. So they're all above 2,000. The rest of the guys just stay with their original points. And it will be interesting. They start next week at Indianapolis Raceway Park. So the battle will continue there. Next slide. And these slides will be very quick because the race was just over a little bit before we went on air. And Chris Buescher took the win. That's part of the new, how do I say it? The new race team, and he finally comes out ahead. Denny Hamlin came in second. Denny and his buddy Kyle, not Busch, but Larson, did have some experience on the track today, and Larson did to Denny what Denny did to Larson last week. But fortunately, Denny didn't hit the wall like Larson did. He came in second place. Kyle Busch was in third. Joey Logano had fourth. And fifth was Ryan Preece. And I believe that does them all.
Yep.
Cool. So that's there. Now, I will tell you this. The SRX series has been exciting as all get out.
Didn't a girl win the other day?
I'm sorry, what?
Didn't a girl win the other day?
No, a girl didn't win the other day. So far, we've got winner was Marco. Tony Stewart won at Stafford. And wait a minute. Denny Hamlin won at Stafford. Then second race at Stafford was Tony Stewart. Third race was Motor Mile Speedway with Marco Andretti. Wait a minute. I'll get this right yet. Stafford race number one was Denny Hamlin, won it all the way across. Second race at Stafford was Ryan Newman. And then the third race at Motor Mile Speedway was Kyle Busch. From there, they go to Berlin Speedway on August 3rd, followed by Eldora and Lucas Speedway on August 17th. And that's going to be interesting. So far, the standings are Ryan Newman is in first. Marco Andretti, the current reigning champion, is in second place. Tony Stewart is third. Keselowski is in fourth. And Paul Tracy is tied in fourth. But Paul Tracy has been asked not to return. They finally got tired of his crashes. And they actually asked him not to come back. Bobby Labonte is in 4th, and Ken Schrader is in 5th place. So that's what's going on in SRX. They finally had some controversy because they were crashing like ridiculous, and some of the drivers are really getting pissed off about it. So that's where it's going there. The other thing that's exciting is that Catherine Legg, who drove in Champ Car, has gone over to sports car racing and now has signed a contract to do, I think, 10 or 11 Xfinity races next year. So Catherine Legg, a good driver. She was the driver that got hurt real bad at Elkhart Lake when she hit a deer. And there was a question whether she even survived the accident. But they got her to the hospital, got her cleaned up, and then she left the Champ Car, and I think Champ Car left her, to be honest with you, and went into sports cars, and now she's looking to go to Xfinity. So it's interesting to see it's going to be fun to see how she does. She came out of, I don't know what you want to call it. She came out of sports car racing in Europe. So she's got quite a bit of ability and quite a flexible background.
Alrighty. Anything else?
I apologize. I lost all power. So.
Oh. Okay.
We're here. I got my hamsters running again.
There you go. Good on the hamsters. All right. Without further ado, we need to get on with it.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Any month, he's back. He's here. He is our shaman here on Sports Church. He's also the dude who does the wonderful NFL report for us. And since things are starting to heat up, he's back. So without further ado, I give the floor to the Redneck Pimp, a.k.a. our shaman / wise bear. What you got for us, brother? Come at me.
Well. How many of y'all, raise your hand, how many of y'all would like to make a gazillion profit off anything you buy? Gazillion amount.
Yay!
Yeah. Well, I set that up for you because of this. Let me give you a little piece of information here. Daniel Snyder, in 1999, that'd be May, he bought this team called the Redskins of Washington for $800 million. Million, as in right? Following, alongside Jack Kent Cook, following the death of the previous owner, Jack Kent Cook. All right. Now, I tell you that because I want to tell you this. The Commanders, who, by the way, is trashing that name because that name is dumb. Okay, I vote we go back to the Redskins where it belongs. That's what people know. And being Native American, I approve Redskins name. Okay, I mean, this don't scare. This ain't scary. This is, get the first down, jackass. Anyway, right? So they sold the team because he had some racial comments. He had some sexual innuendo comments. Bookkeeping wasn't quite accurate. First of all, if you're a billionaire and your bookkeeping ain't accurate, anyway, right?
How do you think you got to be a billionaire?
Probably on purpose. Yeah.
Well, this helps him right here because he sold the team for $6.05 billion. The NFL, in their infinite wisdom, thought they'd punish him by letting him sell this for $6 billion. Now, I don't know.
If they took their pennies, right?
Oh, now they did sue him for $60 million. Okay, but $60 million from $6 billion. That's here. Really?
He just wrote a check. He's like, here you go.
Yeah. So boo hoo, the NFL. Okay, stupid. But anyway, good for Daniel Snyder. Now go somewhere and do whatever it is you do.
Disappear.
Yeah. Now they're having a big vote. I'm trying to find where it is online where you can go and submit a name. And the winning name that they pick is supposed to get season tickets. I don't know if you want season tickets to the Redskins or not, but whatever. So they're going to pick a new name. And they also said the Redskins name is back in play.
Nice.
So they could go back to the Redskins because the owner said everybody that started trying to cancel something, it's backfired. CMT, pulled a video. Bud Light has now laid off 80% of the Bud Light workforce at Anheuser-Busch. So what was once the top selling Panther Piss beer is now quickly descending. Okay. So people start to figure this out. And by the way, it wasn't the Native Americans who complained about the Redskins anyway. Just saying. So now they're going back to them.
Hey,
going to pick a name. So
real quick.
They're going to do it fast. They talking about maybe by the end of this year they'll have another name. They're not going to drag this out.
I remember. I know you as well. Probably remember ESPN like 2 years prior to them actually changing the name. They refused to call them the Redskins. You remember that?
Right.
Yeah.
And then they had Native American guys.
This is a lot of pressure for the media. There's a lot of pressure for ESPN.
Have you noticed that how well ESPN did and that they laid off all of their top talent?
Yeah,
because they can't make any money
because they suck.
You know, when you go that way, that's exactly what happens to you.
I years ago, watched with the sound off.
Yeah, years ago they were talking about, well, don't call them. They're not called the Redskins. Just call them Washington. And they had Native American on there. Said, I'll call them whatever I want. They're like, oh, well, I mean, what are you going to tell him? Okay, so anyway, and I hope they work this all out and get this. I'm sick and tired of this, but anyway, I guess congratulations in order, Daniel Snyder. I mean, $800 million to $6 billion profit. Okay, good deal. Some other quick news. Delvin Cook, he went to the Jets. Okay, that just made the Jets a better team. No matter where he would have went, that team was automatically better. Okay. Justin Herbert got paid.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Herbert is now officially the highest paid quarterback in NFL. He inked a 5-year, $262.5 million that will average out to $52.5 per season. Okay. Ooh. He had $133.7 million fully guaranteed. All right. So let me give you a little thing here. The top quarterbacks right now, you got Herbert, who just signed it. Lamar Jackson, who just signed his, month before that? He's at $52 million. Okay. Let me see. We got
what's the
Jalen Hurts
football or salary cap? What's the salary cap in football?
There is no luxury tax in it.
There's a salary cap.
$220-some million.
Damn. See, basically a quarter of your fucking payroll is going to your quarterback.
Yeah.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
That's
you don't want no more than 30%. So
yeah.
Here's the deal. Good luck to these guys. Start putting talent around them. Okay, Jalen Hurts, $51 million.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty well handle them. Aaron Rodgers, he's $50.3 million. Now that's a little convoluted because Green Bay has to pick up some of his salary. Jets are paying this much. It's a good luck figuring that shit.
Yeah, but he's giving some of it back too. So
Russell Wilson.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, he gave $30 million back.
I don't either. Yeah. I mean, he gave $30 million back, but then they still have to account for spending that money, which is if you don't spend it, why you got to count it? I mean, that's not like some type of insurance fraud to me. Russell Wilson,
well, the whole league is
overpaid guy in football. Yeah, I know it. I know what it all is. Don't listen. If you're young out there and you're doing math, don't copy up the NFL when you do math. Sports in general, the math will not work. The math will not work. Russell Wilson is 5th on this list, and he's next to the worst quarterbacks in my opinion in football. Russell Wilson's at $49 million. And 6th place, you got Kyle Murray. Wow, at $46.1 million. I want his agent. Okay, because that guy does nothing.
What was Wilson's
serious cash
record this year?
What is
Russell Wilson's record last year? Not good. I know that.
I have to tell you that in just a second.
4-12.
I'll get that in a second.
Something like that. I mean, they were terrible.
Not good. He bum.
His wife's about ready to be the fucking head coach of the damn.
Deshaun Watson. Yeah, Deshaun Watson. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember Rub and Tug? Yeah, he's $46 million. And then you got an 8th place person. These are the top 8. 8th place is Patrick Mahomes at $45 million. So those are your top 8 quarterbacks in the NFL. And you start putting pencil to paper. I don't know how in the hell they can even afford to pay anybody because the quarterback's getting all the cash. Well, meanwhile, your running backs are having Zoom meetings, crying about them not getting paid. Okay, now that happened 10 years ago, same way, and kind of averaged out a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Manny, I sent you some memes.
You did?
Let's go.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You know it's bad when a kicker gets paid more than a running back.
Yeah, that's not good.
But the kicker probably outscores the running back.
Well, the kicker's the most scoring person in the NFL.
That's what I'm getting at.
Every year, it's always a kicker who leads the NFL in scoring. Yeah, such a son. If you can hit the first one, a head coach is on the hot seat.
All right, I'm looking for it. Hold on. You sent it to me directly?
Yeah, sent to you.
Okay, I got it now.
Okay. All right, give me the one where it says head coaches on the hot seat, please.
Yep. Un momento. There you go. Sit up.
There you go. All right, okay, here we go. Number one, Brandon Staley. They say he's the hottest coach on the hot seat, and I think I agree with that. That he's the Chargers head coach. He's had opportunities to go to playoffs numerous years. Last year, he gave up, I think it's a third, and Doc Kirk was wrong, the third biggest lead in a playoff game, and he lost it. And he lost it. The third biggest against an up-and-coming team with the first-year head coach who beat him. Okay. The next coach on the hot seat is Kevin Stefanski for the Browns. I don't even know. I forgot the Browns even had a coach. where they've been playing. Okay. Next is Ron Rivera. You know, if I was going to give anybody the benefit of the doubt, it'd be Ron Rivera. Being this whole selling the team thing. And, I mean, he really ain't had a quarterback. Alex Smith was the best chance at a quarterback. And then he got cotton candy pudding soft. Of course, I mean, leg break like that, I don't blame the guy. But he's really never had a quality quarterback in there who could really stay healthy and throw the ball. And now he's got Eric Bieniemy. He's got a new offensive coordinator in there. So let's just see. But, yeah, I guess maybe put him in a hot seat. We'll see. Raiders, Josh McDaniels. I knew that before I heard him.
Yeah.
Dallas, Mike McCarthy. This is an interesting one here because, listen, if any team has got money to throw at people, they have padded almost every single, they've had a hellacious running back. They've had supposedly a great quarterback, which I dispute that. They've had some good receivers. They got a line out there that can do anything, but yet you don't see them in the playoffs much. You don't. But yet everybody ranks them higher. So, yeah, I think McCarthy's on the hot seat. Todd Bowles from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's going to be even worse now because Tom Brady's gone. So now, I mean, who's he got? He just signed an old commercial kid out there.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield got him out there. So is that an improvement? No, come on. Really? He might win some games, but come on. New Orleans, Dennis Allen. I think he might be safe because they got David Carr, and that's the best quarterback he's had in a while.
Yeah.
And somebody's got to win that division.
Yeah.
It might as well be.
They win by default.
Yeah, so I think as long as he wins a playoff game, his job will be safe. And the last one on this list here is Arthur Smith from the Falcons. They've been bad for so long. I don't care who you put in as a quarterback. Mm-hmm. They're terrible. So
I think they're going to be better this year.
A lot of people are saying that. You know.
I hope so, man. I really do. I got nothing against the Falcons. They just suck so much. Okay, guys, you seen it. What say you? Who on this list do you think, or should they add somebody to the list?
Yeah, Sean Payton.
Didn't he just fucking start?
He basically just gave his team, Nathaniel Hackett did this. The GM's done this. The PR team hasn't done this. The owners didn't do this and did this. Okay, so you basically just forgave this season as a wash if you don't pan out.
Yeah.
This ain't college football. Go back to Fox Sports 1. Keep other people out of your damn mouth until you can actually win a game.
Yeah, it's going to maintain the scene. You remember, he's in a division now with the Chargers, with the Chiefs, who Chiefs have swept them. Chiefs are 0-15 against these guys. Okay. So he's got to at least beat Kansas City once to keep his job, in my opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's Maker taking these guys. But Brandon Staley, man, I don't,
That's like the Ohio State Michigan Wolverines game right there. You got to win that.
You have to win. You got to win, and you're going to have to start winning one of these. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I got for that part. The second one, please, Minnie. Top 10 highest selling jerseys of all time.
Weird.
Right there. Highest jersey of all time is Tom Brady. Okay. All right. The next one, Steve Young.
Wow.
That's hard to believe.
Third place is Pat Mahomes. Third place. Fourth place, Dak Prescott.
What the fuck?
They got a lot of money in Dallas.
That's Dallas.
Cowboy fans are fucking retarded, so it's all right.
I mean, Bo Jackson, for Christ's sake, for Raiders should be up there.
I should buy a Bo Jackson jersey just to support him in this jersey thing here, man.
Yeah, no kidding. Then you got Aaron Rodgers for Green Bay, which okay. You got no problem with that. Walter Payton, come on. If you don't like Walter Payton, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Troy Polamalu, I don't know about his jersey sales, but I know he sells more Head and Shoulders than anybody.
Yeah.
Tim Tebow. That kind of
what the shit?
That kind of shocked me a little bit there. Tim Tebow. And then number 10, Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah.
I figured he'd be moving up the list, but whatever. I guess not. Okay, and the last one, please.
I'm surprised.
The next jersey I'm getting is
Montana. Is not on the list.
The next jersey I'm getting is either Shorzy or it's Chico Bell Bonds.
Chico Bell Bonds
for the Bad News Bears. I just got something. I just got an ad sent to me the other day, and I marked it and I tagged and I sent it to my wife. I'm like, next purchase that I want besides ammo is this jersey. Yeah, Chico Bell Bonds jersey, man. Yeah. And you go to any baseball game, people are gonna lose their minds when they see that. Like, that's a cool thing to have. All right.
Oh, here we go. Here's a controversy that's been going on all over ESPN and NFL Network and anywhere that's got football. They got this label as old boy from Minnesota Vikings, overpaid trash. Kirk Cousins is overpaid trash, and they're continuously putting Lamar Jackson as top 5, which is bothering the shit out of me because when you're injured like that, stop. Play a season first. Anyway, so let's take a look at some of these stats. These are 2020 stats. Total touchdowns, 102 from 2020. Okay, since 2020, 102 for Kirk Cousins, 61 for Jackson. 44 turnovers, 39 turnovers, 0 injuries, 3 injuries. Since that means he's averaging a 1 injury a year, a major injury where he can't finish a year. Okay, playoff record 1-3. 7 touchdowns, 2 turnovers. Jackson, playoff record 1-3, 4 touchdowns, 8 turnovers. So he's doubled up. Yeah. And then 15 game winning drives to Jackson's 7 game winning drives. Now I ask you, which one of these two are trash?
Lamar Jackson.
And who's made more money in the long haul? Kirk Cousins, because I want his manager.
Yeah, but I mean, probably that last contract for Lamar has closed the gap.
Send him over, Send
him over. But
man,
I hate to trash him, but he's just. I don't know. It seems to be a mystery in the NFL, and nobody's been able to figure it out yet. To take a run first, pass second quarterback and make it work. Why they can't make it work, I don't know. There's got to be a scheme or somebody out there who's thought about this shit, because this has been a problem for fucking what now? We're old, so 30 years.
Yeah.
I mean, they made it work with Steve Young, although he wasn't really a run first guy. But I mean,
well, the first guy that tried it was Randall Cunningham. Okay. Yeah. What happened?
He didn't win shit.
He got hurt.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
They all get hurt. They'll get hurt.
Yeah.
Even Jalen Hurts, who won the Super Bowl this year, he even missed a couple games because he was.
Even if you're 6'2" and in 230 as a quarterback, I don't know. Lamar Jackson's a little small on the smaller side. You get hit by a 270 or 200. Let's say to be even more fair, like a 240-pound linebacker who can run a 4.5 40, and he hits you, dude. That's gonna take minutes off your life, let alone your career.
Not to mention, these guys suffer one of the worst injuries. The knee injuries are usually the worst because that leads to year. Yeah. That leads to a guaranteed year from calendar year from when you get hurt to when you get hurt.
Yeah. So it is funny. It's either what? It's always the knee or it's the shoulder, right? It's the knee for cutting in the shoulder from getting hit, not from throwing, but getting hit on that shoulder, and getting driven in the ground, or getting hit in the opposite shoulder, getting that shoulder driven in the ground. Like,
and number 3 is concussions.
Yeah, because you get hit a lot when you run. For sure.
Let me try to understand this a little bit. There was a while back in the NFL, right, where they in place a rookie salary cap. Am I mistaken?
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Well,
that's
salary
I
cap
believe this.
Yeah, it was a limit on what the rookies could get
right,
as they could get it for a contract.
When you got a position that you need talent for, the expectation, life expectancy or career expectancy is like 3 years or whatever it is for running backs.
Yeah.
They're always getting hurt. Of course, this is going to happen because why not sign a young guy that you don't have to pay that's going to be just as talented as your old back? Why reward him with a giant contract? I mean, it's just business. They set this up like this.
The confusion and the delusion of the NFL. Okay, when you think you got a guy who can get multiple first downs and he can throw the ball 65 yards flat-footed or more, right? You think you can win with him. What they don't check, and it's hard to check, is durability. Okay, you don't know durability until you got men the same size as you who are just as fast as you hitting you. Then you start to figure out where you're at, and you don't know that. So, and then when they get to his age, we already know it. You and me, Pook, we've watched the news. We've seen him get hurt 3 or 4 times, but they still want to pay the guy. That's ignorant. That's ignorant.
No, running quarterbacks always get injured.
Yeah, and here's the deal with the payday. Joe Burrow is next in line. Okay.
Oh yeah, he got hurt
to get a big payday. Now he hurt his calf muscle. Okay. They said it's not that bad a deal. He'd be back quick. Okay. Here's the thing about a calf. If you don't let a calf muscle relax, it's going to be a bugaboo all season long. It may not cost you 2 or 3 games, but I mean, you're going to drop back and try to plant, and you just ain't going to be able to do it. So they need to let that rest. And his big contract's coming up next. And Cincinnati's already up there toward where they need to be paying everybody. They pay him. They're going to have to start getting rid of some of these talented people they got. So this is nothing but a big thing. And the salary cap is going to go up next year. I think I'll have to double check and see another 10, 15 million. So that'll help out. But, so I'm done with the memes. And so now I want to talk to you a little bit about the AFC NFC division. Okay. And then I'll turn it over. Last year in the AFC East, the Buffalo Bills were 13-3. The Dolphins were 9-8. The Patriots were 8-9. The Jets were 7-10. There's going to be some changes. I'm still not sure if Miami is going to be better than the Jets. I'm just not, because that quarterback, again, he gets hurt. He can get hurt with the wind blows. Okay. And they brought in Eli Apple. Well, he couldn't cover me in a phone booth. And him and their star receiver Tyreek Hill hate each other's guts. So we'll see how that works out. Okay, over under 2-game suspension for Tyreek Hill for busting him in his head. Anyway, okay. AFC West, Kansas City won that division 14-3. The Chargers were 10-7. The Raiders were 6-11. Broncos were 5-12. There you go, Pops, 5-12. That's what the Broncos were. I don't know if they're going to improve. Maybe 6-7 games. Maybe, I don't know. The North, the Bengals won that division 12-4. The Ravens were 10-7. Steelers were 9-8. Browns were 7-10. Rub and tug is going to be better. That whole division is going to be better, except the Ravens. I don't think the Ravens are going to improve too much. I just don't trust them. They lost the last 2 games of the year. Cincinnati was on a win streak. They won their last 8 games of the year. So they were on a win streak. Pittsburgh might surprise you. Don't know. The South, AFC South. Jacksonville won that game, although they wasn't really, they were 9-8. Titans were 7-10. They just signed DeAnthony Hopkins. But is that a big threat when you got, old boy throwing the ball to him? Tannehill, he's throwing him the ball. Is that very good? I don't know. Colts were 4-12. I look for them to improve a little bit at a time. They got a good young quarterback in there. He's going to be pretty good. Okay, if he can stay healthy, he's going to be excellent. And then you got the Texans, 3-13. Guys, they had a great draft, but I don't know if they're going to get much more out of the Texans this year or not. I think they're a 2 or 3 team tier to building down the road. NFC East, Eagles, runner up in the Super Bowl, 13-3. Cowboys 12-5. Giants 9-7. The Commanders 8-8. I look for each one of these teams to improve in some way. Eagles, I think, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this. I think the Eagles drop one game in the loss column, so I think they'll have 4 losses because the Super Bowl hangover is a real thing, and a lot of teams that get there, it seems like they spend all their energy doing it, and they got rid of a lot of players.
Well, that's the thing. When the Super Bowl, they end up scattering their team.
Yeah, they got rid of a lot of players because they were over the cap. NFC West, this division here is a tricky division. You got the 49ers who won it with a 13-4 record. The Seahawks were 9-8. Can Geno Smith keep the starting role, and can he be a good quarterback for him? He had a winning record. He won the last 2.
He looked pretty good to me.
Yeah. The Rams are 5-12. I think they're going to be better. The Cardinals are 4-13. Okay, I'm just going to skip. They're just terrible. They suck. The North, the Vikings are 13-4. You read a lot of people say this is your NFC championship right here. I don't know. The Lions are 9-8. They're going to the playoffs. Vikings are playoffs, and the Lions are going to go to the playoffs. The Packers are 8-9. The Bears.
The Jordan Love era begins. Jordan Love era begins. We'll see.
My wife's got high hopes for him, and she likes Jordan Love. She thinks he's going to do well. Can he take him to the playoffs? I don't know. I just don't know. The Bears, I see a lot of people talk about Fields and how great they're going to be. The Bears were 3-14 last year. So anything will make them look better, okay?
What do you think, Pook? How are the Bears going to do, baby?
They lost their last 10.
I mean, I don't know if I believe in this Nagy guy. I don't know, man.
Justin Fields will be back, right?
Maybe he should be on the hot seat.
I heard they're coming out with a new single.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Well,
yeah. Oh, you mean your draft pick where you could have had Patrick Mahomes?
Got to bring up old shit. Oh.
We sure appreciate it.
Yeah, I bet you do. 2 Super Bowls later. Yeah.
NFC South, you got the Buccaneers.
I'm glad that Patrick Mahomes went to the Chiefs because I think he'd be freaking probably floundering with the Bears, man.
Probably injured with the Bears.
Oh, his brother would be in jail
or
more
dead.
often.
Or
dead in Chicago.
Brother would be dead from mouthing off to somebody.
He'd act up with some of those Southside gangsters. Be like, you know who I am? I'm Patrick Mahomes' brother. You know what this is? Glock 19, bitch. Boom.
Then had to have his theme song at his funeral. Move, bitch. Get out the way.
Get out the way. Yeah, probably.
So the NFC South, we got the Buccaneers at 8-9. And yes, I said 8-9. They were a losing team and made the freaking playoffs.
Yeah.
Because they won this division, this sorry-ass division. The Panthers are 7-10. They got first pick in the NFL draft.
Did the Giants do that a few years ago and win the Super Bowl, though?
Yeah, but wasn't that bad.
Did they have a losing record, or was it close?
Yes.
Yeah, they had a losing record and beat Tom Brady.
Yeah.
7-8. I think it was 7-8 they had. Yeah.
7-8. Yeah.
I think it was. Maybe it was close. Anyway, the Panthers are 7-10. They got the first pick in the draft.
And they already named him the starting quarterback.
Yeah, let's just see. The Saints 7-10. The Falcons 7-10. The Saints, I think, are going to climb that division. I think the Saints are going to be the ones because they had some good players to begin with, but they signed some quality veterans, and their draft is okay. Yeah. So I think that's where we're at there. I got my questionable teams. My teams are this. I got 7 AFC teams going to playoffs. I got the Kansas City, Bills, Cincinnati, the power 3. No kidding. And then I got the Jets, Miami, Jags, and the Chargers getting in the playoffs. My 2 questionable teams are the Browns and the Ravens. I don't know. It depends on how they come out of the gate. If they want to win 2 or 3 and lose 4, then no. My NFC playoffs: Eagles, 49ers, Vikings, Giants. I got the Lions. It might be too early, but I'm thinking maybe the Lions are going to get in it. Dallas.
I thought we were saying the Lions of Europe.
No.
What now?
Jags were the ones who want to go to Europe.
We're going to send the Bears.
Okay.
See, the Lions, Dallas, and then the Saints. Those are my 7 getting in there. And the only team I got that's a question mark would be the Rams. So, and then, of course, my Super Bowl, obviously, I'm going to be a homer. I'm taking Kansas City and the 49ers. I'm not taking the Eagles this year to do it again. So, that's what I got, gentlemen, for football section here. Anything you all want to discuss is certainly on you guys. I know that the Redskins, I think, they're a historic team. Yes, the name would be good bringing it back, but get some people in there that know how to run the damn team. This guy's had money and never really had anybody. Okay, so I don't know. It's since he's owned it though, they really ain't did a whole lot. Yeah.
This is true. He spent the money. He did it with a lot of, nouveau rich owners do. They come in, they buy the team, they spend a bunch of money. I remember like his first time was like Bruce Smith, right? Like,
right.
The guy was barely able to walk. And he signed him to a big deal, and he kept doing it. And they had the RG3 debacle, which, looked brilliant at first and then turned out to be, like every other marginal running quarterback turned into shit. Of course, what happened? He hurt his knee.
The RG3 thing was on freaking Shanahan. Because
I think Pook is trying to tell you something.
What's up, Pook?
I gotta go. I gotta sign off, guys.
All right, brother.
Go. All right. Sorry about that. All right.
What idiot in their right mind drafts the guy that won the freaking Heisman Trophy and then 2 rounds later drafts his backup? That's like wiping your ass before you take a shit. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well.
No, it doesn't. And that's just the way that's the dysfunction they run. And I tell you, another team that's pretty dysfunctional. Don't want to listen to the owner doesn't want to listen to his general manager, and that's the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, since they've won their 3 Super Bowls, has Dallas Cowboy been relevant?
Nope.
Except for the fact that Jerry Jones got more money than anybody else. No, they haven't been
They've
relevant.
been in the playoffs a couple times, but I don't think they've won.
I mean, they had a lot of talent. You can go back and look at some of the. No, I mean, okay, let's do this. Who's more relevant to you, in your opinion, the Vikings or the Cowboys? They both did the same amount of stuff.
Yeah.
Vikings.
I'd say the Vikings have a better chance of success
Vikings
than the Cowboys, though. Well,
is there any chance that San Francisco is going to turn their stadium into a homeless camp?
That might help.
I'm shocked they hadn't did it already.
That's outrageous. They're homeless, and it's crazy out there.
They had a flyover or a news camera flyover about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, and they flew over coming into California, and you just seen the straight line of vehicles heading out of California. And they said, "Well, it's people that had jobs." No. That was people that were leaving, exodus. Okay. Yeah. Now North California, some of them people in North California are fine. There's nothing wrong with those guys. Those guys are down to earth. But you draw a line and go on down from the middle south. It's just a crap hole. It really is. And they want to ban other states, from doing anything unless you support the LGBT plus and this other movement they got going on, the transgender movement. They don't want you. They don't want you speaking. They don't want nothing. They don't want to sell you any goods. They're putting these bans on you until you do this, and they're making you do things you don't want to do. And California knows how to do that. They just don't.
Well, you can grow weed real nice up in Northern Cal,
and they do. And
they do.
They got a lot of great strains.
God bless their cotton socks.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's where we're at on NFL. Now it's coming. Every team is reported to training camp. Training camps are all open. But you got injuries. As soon as they start putting them pads on, you got some serious injuries going on.
Yeah, the most notable one you mentioned probably so far this year, I don't think there's any argument about this, is
Jalen Ramsey from the Dolphins.
Well, yeah, that hurts them big time. But Joe Burrow with the strained calf, I don't know which one it was, but
calf.
It doesn't really matter.
It was a great calf, and
well, the one if it's one that he plants with.
So any lower body injury to any athlete is not a big deal. I don't care if you're a bowler, a fucking pitcher in Major League Baseball, a hitter, or a football player.
Your calf or your knee?
Well, it's still fucking important. Try taking 3 steps back with a fucking inflamed calf and then plant on that pitch and throw and see what happens.
Yeah,
you cry like a
normally that's a muscle that you really don't need anyway. It's a useless muscle until you hurt it.
The calf?
Yeah.
Calf's kind of important if you're a quarterback. You would plant and throw.
But it doesn't matter. You can. It's not. You don't read about it. It's a useless muscle. All it does is lift up your heel. The size of it. I mean, what it does make you look good in shorts. That's all it does.
Not me.
However, if you hurt that muscle,
I got baby calves.
Or if it cramps, I got your ass.
Despite being a runner, I have baby calves. Like it's like, how do you run that fast, that long with those little calves? I'm like, I don't know.
Because they're small, they're not huge.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm not built for fucking.
Well, and the thing of it is, the speed comes from your upper leg muscles, not your lower leg muscles.
Right. Yeah. So that going on, but now understand something. A quarterback is a lot different animal. You know, they got to plant, drop, move. If they lose any bit of their confidence, they're rattled. I know,
but he was injured. He was injured last year in spring training.
Yeah. Kansas City had some injuries. We had 2 guys go out. They were upcoming. Nobody important yet. Well, I shouldn't say they're all important, but coming up, both of them they're out for the season. They got ACL tears. Okay, so and then neck injuries. So those kind of injuries happen. Right now, I think the one they ought to put bubble wrap around is Lamar Jackson. They need to put some bubble wrap around him. All right, he used to wear the yellow shirt all the time. If you don't know what that means,
it didn't end games, right?
Yeah. What that means is, if you wear a yellow shirt in practice, you can't get touched.
Yeah.
You can't sneeze on you. All right.
Yeah.
So he needs to wear that yellow shirt.
That's funny. Oh, we give these guys so much shit, man. And you know, I think 99% of the time these guys are trying to kill themselves to go out there and be the best.
Travis Kelce's beating the shit out of people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, did you hear about that?
Did you see the second time he got in that fight? He turned around and popped out a boy in the helmet. I'm thinking,
no, don't use your hands, dude.
Now he dropped him like third period French. Okay,
yeah.
But I was like, stupid. And then he says, he writes later, I got to be better. I got to be better. Yeah, where are you going to hit him next time? In the throat? I mean,
just pick him up, dude. He's like fucking
foot taller than
bigger than him. Just pick him up and throw him on the ground.
Give him the pedigree or whatever.
Stop on him. Like, look, bitch, this is how we do it in KC. Yeah. If you don't like it, you can kick rocks or you can get with a fucking program.
Yeah, do like that one, like the water boy. That coach said, "Hey, look, see that?
Yeah.
3. 2 rings. But yeah. So that's going, but I don't think Andy Reid, he put a kibosh on that. So we'll see.
It'll be, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. Especially if they make the team. Yeah. They're all teammates now. You know, water on the bridge. It's hot. They're saying it's hot. That's what it is.
Yeah. You know, the rest of the guys, this is how it gets solved. This is why you need leadership in any team sport. Is after that happened and he got in the locker room, I guarantee you, most of that team came up to that dude and was like, hey, no. What are you fucking thinking?
Yeah, wrong guy.
That's
Wrong guy.
He's got the rings. He's got the numbers. He leads. He plays all the time. You need now. We get it. We're fine with you getting a little heated and getting a little shot in. We get it. It's okay. No worries. But if the man slaps you down, then you let the man slap you down.
That's it. That's over. Yeah.
It is probably for a very good fucking reason. He's trying to keep you in line. And like, hey, you don't do late hits, especially in fucking practice, you lunatic.
Yeah.
So
well,
you know
what they're doing, the defense, and they're all working on that punch drill. Okay, we peanut till
yeah.
And he already stopped and blew the whistle. They were trying to knock it out anyway because you know they were working on him because he fumbled in the Cincinnati game last year. So they're all trying to work on him. And he said, "Look, you ain't nobody to work on me with. I know what I'm doing. I got 2 rings. Watch me. I'm the best tight end in football. Let me do it." And they kept doing it. And it was hot. It was like 102
Tempers flare. It's a tribal atmosphere. Sports. You're playing at elite level, competing. Yeah, guys are gonna get pissed off.
I think it's a nothing issue. Okay.
No.
The only issue that Kansas City's got to worry about is getting Chris Jones in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Now if Chris Jones want to punch the ball out of his hand, well, okay. No, the ball's just out of your hand, dude. I mean,
Peanut.
Yeah, peanut. Yeah. So that's where we're at, gentlemen. So I hope that covered everything and caught everybody up.
How's your wife feel about Jordan Love? I know your wife's a Packer fan, and I adore her. By the way, please give her my best. She's
sitting right over in the corner. Yeah. They want to know how you feel about Jordan Love. She give a thumbs up.
All right. Yeah.
So,
She's the only
here's the deal.
Giving a thumbs up.
Here's the deal with Jordan Love.
Dude,
his opportunity. He's either sitting his ass after this year, or he's going to continue playing. He's had enough time. He's been behind one of the legendary quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah.
Let's just see. I think he's going to do better. Listen, he's got an excellent wide receiver core out there in Green Bay. Okay, them young bucks were coming up and they were doing well. Okay, he rebuilt the defense. Okay, the defense is not. We all know Green Bay is not quite a defensive team.
Hasn't been, yeah.
Okay, I mean,
since the '60s.
Ever since they lost Reggie.
You know, they couldn't tackle me. Yeah. They couldn't tackle Mini in a phone booth. How bad they were. So, but they did a lot to get around him. I know they did some line work, brought in some better linemen. So we'll see. Listen, it's all on him. He's got to do it now.
Yeah. Did they sign like a stud left tackle?
Yes.
Like
I forget his name.
Is it Orlando Brown or
no? He went to Cincinnati.
Okay,
he was Cincinnati.
It's somebody though, like a stud.
It was the second best tackle in football.
Yeah. So like that'll help.
It'll help tremendous because and he's not a running quarterback. He wants to make that known to everybody. He wants to throw first, but he will scramble. So listen, and same way Aaron Rodgers did. So it should be a smoother transition for him because he already knows the playbook. You know, he don't have to, take 2 or 3 weeks to learn everything. Go. I think he's gonna make a smooth transition. And from all the reports I got out of Green Bay, he's doing well.
Yeah, that was crazy that he got a message from Aaron Rodgers when they opened the camp.
Yeah. Oh, Aaron Rodgers had nothing. I mean,
that's my only thing I have to say about Jordan Love.
Yeah. So
he went to the University of Las Vegas, the same place Colin Kaepernick went to.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I got some news on that idiot.
Oh, what he did? Huh?
He's wanting back in the NFL.
Oh, well,
he set up all these interviews, right? Going, and he's got people saying, "Well, the NFL slighted him. He's not getting a fair thing." All right, let's clear that up right now here on Sports Church. The reason he ain't getting another chance is because when he set up an interview, and Mike Tomlin, who happens to be a black coach, was for him, wanted to give him a chance, went to the meeting, and the guy shows up 2 hours late. Okay, and then act like it's nonchalant and didn't really put much time into throwing the ball. When Mike Tomlin walks away and says, "I'd never hire him," I mean, no. You know damn good and well you screwed shit up. Because if Tomlin spent his money to drive up there to observe you and want to give you a chance, Mike Tomlin give anybody a chance. I mean, he had rapey Ben Roethlisberger as a quarterback.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. And
after the headache injury.
Yeah. So, and now he's saying it's the NFL's fault and the owners don't like it because he's black. I got news for you. The black quarterback has risen in the NFL. Didn't they just pay one?
Yeah,
a couple of them.
It's so full of shit. Black quarterback.
No, two in the Super Bowl.
It's because you fuck with the brand. You fuck with the brand. You piss too many people off, and it hurts our brand, and we don't want you to be a part of it.
Right.
And you weren't really that good to be. I mean, you had one season.
Yeah, but did he? And I say that because look at everybody he had around him. Yeah. Hell, I could have looked good on that offense he had. What did he really do? Everybody thought he's a great quarterback. How?
Yeah. No.
And so he went to the Super Bowl. Yeah. I could argue Alex Smith is the one that took him to the Super Bowl. He just took up Alex Smith.
Trent Dilfer went to the Super Bowl.
Trent Dilfer and Brad Johnson, two worst quarterbacks going to the Super Bowl, and they won. They won. So, come on. So I don't know.
He lost to Joe Flacco in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Flacco was in there. Yeah.
Another great quarterback.
Mysteriously, the lights went out too. Yeah.
That was great. I love that.
Against the Harbaugh brothers.
All right.
So let me ask you this: so if you were GMs, would you hire him?
No.
Hell no.
Now, is he better than 32 starters? I'd say he's probably better than 4 of them.
He's better than Mitch Trubisky.
Okay, so that's one. He's probably better than 4 of them. But being better than 4 quarterbacks, is that enough for you to spend your money taking? No.
I mean, maybe on a league minimum salary deal and see what he does in camp.
He don't want that. He wants.
Well, too bad you ain't playing football then, boy.
He wants top 15 quarterback money.
You're not going to
Maybe
play
if
football. Son.
Brandon Hoyer's not available after your quarterback goes down.
Yeah. All right.
Or you can't find
Hoyer.
Brock.
The 49ers should have looked into him.
Yeah.
Poor bastard.
Yeah. Right.
But what about Purdy? He's back. He's healthy.
Oh, he's Purdy.
Yeah, he's a pretty boy. So they're going. 49ers, if they stay healthy, they're a contender.
Hey, and they have a new rule now for the playoffs called the 49er rule.
Yeah, you can have 3 quarterbacks as soon as the playoffs come. You can have 3 quarterbacks on your roster, and it won't count against your 53-man squad.
Nope. Because of what happened with Brock Purdy.
Yep. If you want to carry him all year, that's your business. But for the playoffs, it will not count against your 53-man squad.
Nope.
You still got to pay him. Money comes off the salary cap, but you don't count against your people. So
that's why Trey Lance is there. He hasn't been fired.
That's exactly why he fell in there. So yeah.
All righty, man. Good job on your return. All right, we got to do some baseball, man. We're running along, and that's okay. But let's get on with it.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Okay, so moving right along, going to go to the worst division in all of baseball, the American League Central. In last place is the Kansas City Royals.
Moving on.
They're 32-75 with a whopping negative 169 run differential.
Royals are terrible.
Following shortly behind them are the Meth Heads in Chicago, the White Sox, at 43-64.
On a fire sale. A fire sale. Blowing that team up already. I think Lucas Giolito left, Lance Lynn left, I think another relief pitcher left, and now everybody's looking to see if
Jack Robinson Jr. goes.
How do they do the baseball draft? Do they have like the NFL? You get a first pick, or is it a lottery system?
No, it depends on your finishing, how you finish in the standings.
First pick. So
and there's like 35 fucking rounds. It's ridiculous.
Wow. It goes for 4 days.
Yeah.
For 13 people on your team.
Possibly. Well, I mean, most of those guys go to like rookie ball, single A, high A, whatever. But yeah, like the White Sox have begun. Now the question is they got rid of a couple pitchers, several pitchers. Is Tim Anderson available? I'd be surprised if he doesn't get moved because he fucking hates it there.
Everybody hates it there.
Yeah, Luis Robert. Is he gonna go? Is Eliza gonna go? They are in a complete fire sale retool. So yeah, it just depends. I think they're gonna just turn the whole team around. I would just unload everybody. Fuck it, like unload everybody. If the deal's right, unload. Because you're behind the Tigers for the first time in 10 years. So you might want to
3 run differential. Now the Detroit Tigers at 47-59, 6.5 games out of first place.
Yeah.
I'll repeat that again. They are 6.5 games out with a record of 47-59. Negative 95 run differential.
Yep.
In second place, the team at an even 500, the Cleveland Indians. Yes, that's right. I said it. The Cleveland Indians. Get over it, not the Guardians. They're a half a game out of first place with a +6 run differential. And somehow or another, this team seems to stay in first place by a game. They are 54-53 with a +34 run differential. The Tampa Bay or the Minnesota Twins send that team to Canada. Who gives two shits? Now moving on to the American League West. You have oh Lord, you have the Las Vegas Athletics via the way of Oakland at 30-77, who've officially been out of the playoffs since the start of the season. They're a whopping 30.5 games out of it with a whopping negative 255 run differential. Then you have Seattle at 54-51, 5.5 games out of it, a plus 36 run differential, a team that is really screwing people over. And yes, that's right, I said it. The California Angels at 55-51, 5 games back with a whopping plus 25 run differential. Then you have the Houston Astros at 59-47, 1 game back with a plus 55 run differential. Then you have the astonishing Texas Rangers at 60-46 with a plus 145 run differential, who just picked up Matt Scherzer.
Yep.
Sent Luis Angel Acuna to the Mets, whose older brother is Raul Acuna of the Braves, who just set a stolen base home run record.
Yep, first guy to ever have 50 stolen bases and 20 home runs before August 1st.
Yep. Moving on to the best division in all of baseball, the American League East. In last place is the New York Yankees.
Woo!
At 55-49, 8 games out of it, with a plus 15 run differential. 1 game better at 7.5 games back. At 56-49 is my Red Sox with a plus 48 run differential. And we're getting everybody back. In word of advice, just because you played baseball in Colorado, unless your name is Nolan Arenado, you suck when you leave that state. That's right. I said it.
We'll see.
Trevor Story is a piece of shit, and he needs to go to fucking Canada.
Watch what happens. Watch, he just fucking goes off in the last 2 months of the season. He comes back healthy.
Who cares?
You're going to eat that.
I'm not going to eat shit. We traded away Xander Bogaerts for that piece.
That's what he's contending that you're going to eat.
Yeah, you're going to eat crow, dude. I'm telling you.
I don't mind eating it.
All right.
Then you have the Blue Jays at 5 games back, 59-47 with a plus 53 run differential. Then you have the Tampa Bay Rays, who are starting to go nowhere.
Oh, yeah, they are. Remember the fucking unbelievable record-breaking start that the Tampa Bay Devil Rays had to the season. And since then, since the last month, it has been sir. 4-6 in the last 10, right? It's still got a plus 135 run differential, which is like
but they're in second place.
Third best in Major League Baseball. But they have fallen to the Baltimore Orioles, who I thought for a second, and I'll try and get into this a little bit later. I don't know if I feel like it, but we're rumored to be in the Shohei Ohtani race, but apparently that's been poo-pooed by Artie Moreno, who's either a brilliant.
He's a fucking idiot. He wanted to sell the Angels at the beginning of the year.
Well, but he couldn't because nobody would buy that team. Nobody will buy that team without Shohei. So, and I talk about Shohei being a bit of an issue, anyways. But keep going.
And then you have in first place the Baltimore Orioles, with possibly what I think, other than the Cincinnati Reds, have the 2 best farm systems in baseball.
And why aren't they moving? Neither of those teams are moving anybody. Like, I think Baltimore's just they're desperately trying to pull something off. Starting pitching always helps. I think their offense is pretty solid. But starting pitching and bullpen helps.
Another arm or something.
Yeah, I think that would be huge. But look, 3 of the best arms out there have already moved. So what are you gonna do, Baltimore? You gonna go get Shohei because he's not available. So what are you gonna do? You got to pull off something. You got to go hard if you're in the AL East, and you got to win the AL. You got to win it. You've got to win it or finish very close.
Because I just finished the AL. right now.
But
Here
they're,
is
they're basically locked in for because of their record. They're going to be locked in for the wild card.
No, if they don't implode, I mean, there's still 2 months left of the season, basically.
So basically, with the wild card right now, the 4 teams that would make it in the wild card, if it stopped right now, would be Tampa Bay, Toronto, Houston, and Boston.
Yeah.
New York, the Angels, Seattle, and Cleveland would be stuck like fucking Chuck.
Yeah. Well, the Angels are all in. Apparently, they're not dealing Ohtani. They're not dealing
the hardest fucking schedule in all of baseball coming up right now, where they will not be 5 games back. They're going to be like 9 games to 12 games back by the end of this fucking schedule.
And they got rid of the waiver wire trade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
Nope.
Yeah, so Artie Moreno's a fucking idiot then, right?
Yeah.
All right.
You had a chance to at least put a little bit of help on your team and have a guy for half a season on hopes you'll sign him, or let's keep him. Now we're stuck like Chuck because we couldn't get shit for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
all right, keep moving. Moving
on. National League Central in last place. Mini will be very happy.
Yeah.
The St. Louis Cardinals at 47-60 with a negative 27 run differential.
World Series right here, baby. World Series. World Series.
Yeah.
In 2090.
Are they still owned by Budweiser? Because it looks like their stock's going down the same way Budweiser is.
No, we don't.
Probably
Allegedly.
owned by Budweiser, yeah.
Allegedly. They're not going to admit that.
Which is owned by IKM or something like that, which is a Dutch company. So
Dutch company, yep.
Then you have the Pittsburgh Pirates.
No, what happened? What happened, Jack Sparrow?
Injuries.
You were in first place for like a month and a half, and then
47-58, 10 games back, negative 71 run differential.
Mm-hmm.
Then in third place, one of only 2 teams in the entire division with a plus run differential.
Woo!
The Chicago Cubs at 53-52.
Go
4
Cubs,
games
go.
back, plus 57 run differential.
Okay.
8-2 in their last 10, though. 8-game winning streak got snapped today. Cardinals won 3-0. Apparently, 2 big pieces in the floating around in the ether for trade bait was Cody Bellinger, who signed with the Cubs this year on a 1-year deal and has just turned into a fucking monster. And once he qualifies, because he missed like 3.5 weeks or so. So a lot of that passed. But once he qualifies, is going to be in like the top 5 of every offensive category for a hitter. Yep. He's off the list apparently. And another name batted about in trade circles is Marcus Stroman. Just been, for the most part, all year.
Only for Blue Jay fans.
On fire. And a couple bumps here. But, shit, sometimes your shit just doesn't work. You can't throw your curveball for some reason, and you have no idea why, even though you've done it 1,000 times before. Shit like that'll happen. But, apparently both those guys off the market. Cubs aren't selling. I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with that. With a caveat. Thank you, First Sergeant. No, with a caveat is they extend Marcus Stroman and they sign Cody Bellinger to at least a 5-year deal. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with them not moving anybody. I'm totally cool with that. Cody is resurrected his career in Chicago because of Chicago coaches, so he should stay there. And look, a guy could play everywhere, is super valuable, and a lefty even more so. So sign that guy to a long-term deal. Get Marcus Stroman. You don't find many pitchers like that these days. The guy does not throw ridiculously hard, but he does paint the plate like it's his job. And he throws that beautiful 2-seam fastball just like Greg Maddux. That sucker just dies away and just man, it fools people and it makes them ground out. You need that guy. And when you got a great middle up or up the middle defense like the Cubs do with Nico Horner in second base, who could easily play shortstop, you get Dansby Swanson, easily one of the best shortstops of our generation, as far as defensively. You need to lock that guy up. So that's what I hope the Cubs do, because they're not going to make the playoffs. They're not going to buy. But I'm okay with them not selling too. It's okay. Like, hey, we're not there yet. We got some guys coming up. Let's see where we're at. But at least sign these core guys, because you got Dansby to a long-term deal. Might as well put Cody Bellinger in there. Get Marcus Stroman. Re-up Justin Steele, who's a great find. The guy throws 2 pitches and nobody can figure him out. He throws this weird cutter 4-seam thing. It's one of the weirdest fastballs I've ever seen. And a pretty good curveball slash slider, if you will. But, yeah, I mean, the Cubs are where I said they were going to be at the beginning of the year, right? And I said where they're going to end up, in third place. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay, you know? Like, as a Cubs fan, you got to prepare yourself at the beginning of the season where they're going to be so you don't get crushed. Because there's been years, decades, several decades of being crushed. So,
moving right along, in second place is the Milwaukee Brewers at 57-49, half game at first, -14 run differential. Then in third place is Pops' team,
the Reds.
The Reds,
unbelievable,
58-49,
7-3 in their last 10. That's crazy, man.
+3 run differential.
But they gave up 2 of them to Milwaukee. That was bad news when that happened.
Yeah, but they just brought up another prospect, another Encarnacion. Jesus, how many of those are there out there?
They're everywhere.
Yeah, they are in the DR, especially, right?
Just like the Martes, the Fighting Martes.
Yeah, exactly, or the Molinas or whatever. Yeah, and the Reds haven't made any big moves yet, and they need to. They need to make a big move. But like I said earlier, a lot of the big starting pitching is kind of been gobbled up already. So I don't know what the fucking Reds are gonna do unless they go for Justin Verlander, which would be a great move. I think Justin Verlander to
he wants to go back to Houston.
Well, he probably does. But if you went to the Reds, a guy like that on the Reds staff, a veteran, a Cy Young Award winner, a first ballot Hall of Famer, probably. Could shore up that rotation real quick, just confidence wise. And the Reds got to do something, because if they don't, they're not going to win the division and they're not going to be in the playoffs. They've got to make a move to solidify that rotation. They got a couple guys coming back, but Hunter Green eventually, and I can't remember his name, Lolo, whatever the fuck he is. They come back. Still, it's one of the worst. It is one of, if not the worst, starting rotation in the National League. So you can't, especially when it comes to the playoffs, you can't just bash your way into wins. You've got to have some solid starting pitching, and the Reds fucking do not have that, unfortunately. Nope. And they desperately need it. And I'm kind of rooting for the Reds. I really am. It gives me bonus points with the wife. That helps. But, it'd be great to see the Reds do well. A great fan base, and they haven't seen shit since what? Early 2000s. So, yeah.
2016.
Yeah, was it 2016 when they made the playoffs?
Yeah.
Oh, they bounced out, though. That was that play-in one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
National League West, you have Colorado at 41-64, 18.5 games back, a whopping -148 run differential. I mean, it's Colorado. Who gives two shits?
Yeah.
We trade for everybody and trade everybody away. San Diego, they have officially said that they are no longer sellers. They are going to be buyers at the trading deadline.
Why?
Because they beat the Rangers.
Oh, good for them. So that means they're gonna close.
They're keeping Soto, Hader, and Snell.
They're gonna fucking all right.
They're gonna look after. They're looking at getting a pitcher.
Oh yeah, because there's a lot of those left.
Then you have the Arizona Diamondbacks at 56 and 50, 4 games back, -1 differential. Then you have the San Francisco Giants, 58 and 48, 2 games back, +24 run differential. Then you have these Dodgers that should have stayed in Brooklyn, 59 and 45.
They've been there for like 60 years, man. It's time to let it go.
Before that, should have stayed in Brooklyn. Never should have left.
Yeah. Then we would hate him even more.
No, because then you would have never had the New York Mets.
Oh, good point. Really? I don't know. But yeah, NL West is heating up a little bit. People talk about San Francisco buying, and I think they made a trade too, but nothing significant. The Dodgers have made a trade. NL West is disappointing. West ? As far as like we thought it was going to be.
I thought it was going to be better than this.
Yeah, and it's not. Arizona Diamondbacks were the darling of the division early, and has since fallen off.
Since the All-Star game.
Yeah. Well, that's what you get for fucking DFA Madison Bumgarner. Just saying. Not that he was pitching well. He's pitching horribly. But, I don't know. It's interesting to see. Like, just to go over real quick what some of the big trades were. Of course.
I was going to do that in a minute when I was done reading the leagues.
All right, go ahead. Go for it then.
All right, before we go further, guys, I just want to tell y'all, I'm getting ready to leave. Okay. So you guys take care of yourselves.
I'll see you Tuesday, brother.
Yeah, I'll see you Tuesday. Don't miss out, man. Dummy of the week's funny. It's always funny. So catch like that. Don't be a 22, guys. Be the 22.
Love it.
Take care.
See you, bub.
See you.
In the National League East, you have the Montreal Expos at 44 and 62 with a -94 run differential. Then you have the New York Mets at 50 and 55, 18 games back, -10 run differential. Looks like they're going to sell everybody and keep Pete Alonso. Then you have the Phillies who have come out of nowhere. They're at 56 and 49, 12 games back, +8 run differential. Then you have the Marlins, 57 and 49, 11 and a half games back, -21 differential. Then you have the Atlanta Braves at 67 and 36, +55 run differential. This is the first time in baseball you could have three teams with a positive run differential of over 150 and have 4 teams with a negative run differential of 100 or higher.
Yeah. Welcome to Major League Baseball.
Moving on to the trades. Today, the Braves acquired Nicky Lopez from the Royals for left-handed pitcher Taylor Hearn. The Rangers acquired Jordan Montgomery, Chris Stratton from the Cardinals for Thomas Sagassi, Tukahoe Roby, and John King. Then the Blue Jays acquired Jordan Hicks from the Cardinals for right-handed pitcher Sim Robertsy and Adam Kloffenstein. The Rangers acquired Max Scherzer from the Mets for Luis Angel Acuna.
What do you think about that? The Rangers picked up Montgomery and Scherzer to solidify that because they just lost Nathan Eovaldi on the 15-day IL, which is great for me for fantasy wise. But
I think it's good.
But you think Max could turn it around down there?
Yeah, I think he needed out.
I think he did too.
The Astros acquired Kendall Graveman from the White Sox for catcher Corey Lee.
Mm-hmm.
The Dodgers acquired Lance Lynn and Joe Kelly from the White Sox for Nick Nastriani, Jordan Lazier, and Trace Thompson.
So what do you think about Lance Lynn to the Dodgers? Like Lynn went through a bunch of that shit, came back, had a couple good starts, got rocked by the Cubs the other day though. There's something for changing scenery, and there's different coaches that can look at you and say like, look, You've done it this way, and obviously it's not working anymore because you can't do it that way when you're successful. So let's try this.
I think
I think they're going to turn Lance Lynn into a junk pitcher, and I think he's going to be in the bullpen in a month. That's just my guess. I don't think he's going to last in the starting rotation, but maybe he does.
That's all I've got. Because the trade deadline is 6 p.m. Tuesday.
Yep.
So that's going to be interesting. It'll be fun to see what goes down within the next 2 days. If people are actually going to go, who are they going to go to? Who's going to be a big seller or surprise? Or who ain't going to go? And quite frankly, I think my wife's Mets are thinking about doing a fire sale.
Well, they could be. It'd be strange to see like Lindor go. Pete Alonso's probably never going anywhere because he's just so fucking adored there. He's the only baseball player who doesn't look like a fucking fitness model, which is one of the reasons I love him. He's just a chunky dude who hits home runs. The best home run hitter in baseball since he's been here. He's been in the major leagues. You can look it up. He's hit more home runs than anybody since he's been in the major leagues. Dude just hits bombs, and I love it. Shohei Ohtani's off the books. Here's the thing I want to talk about real quick, though. Shohei
Ohtani's off the books?
He's off the books. Armor says he's off the books. They are not trading Shohei.
Okay.
So he's either going to try and resign him or just eat crow because he can't. But here's the thing about Shohei Ohtani. What is a regular rotation for a normal starting pitcher? When do they pitch?
Every 5th day.
When does Shohei Ohtani pitch?
Every 5th or 6th day.
Every 6th day. Okay. So that messes up your rotation, right? It makes you kind of basically have to do like an opener, what they call an opener, which is you put a kind of your long reliever, one of your best long relievers in there, and he starts the game, he pitches like 2 innings, and then you go to a starter or a call up, and then that. All right, so that's a problem with Shohei. Also, think about this: if you acquire Shohei Ohtani, he's also the DH, right?
All right.
True.
So now you sign him, and you've already got a solid DH in there because, well, he doesn't play the field very well, so that's why. But he hits, so
he was a great left fielder.
All right, he's a DH. And you sign Shohei, so now you got to bump this guy. Now, what do you do with him? He's a DH for a reason because he can hit, but he's not a very strong defensive player. Like Kyle Schwarber, like WAR would be like 10 points higher if he just didn't play the fucking field because he's fucking atrocious. So what do you do with that when you sign? If you're the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Cubs, the Giants, what do you do with your DH? No, with the Cubs, it's not really a big deal. Right. With the Yankees, it's a big fucking deal. With the Red Sox, it's a big fucking deal. With the Dodgers, it's a big fucking deal because those DHs are there for a fucking reason. And they don't play the field because they don't fucking he
would be a perfect addition in Boston. I mean, if you
okay, explain. Go ahead.
I mean, if he pitches every 6th day, that means I no longer have to look at Paxton's sorry ass for pitching anymore.
No, you will. He's not going in on that deal.
We're going to get rid of Paxton. Dude, straight fucking garbage.
Oh, my God. You're so bad.
So then if you move that when he pitches, now you can solely have him as a pitcher.
Yeah.
Because we also have Justin Turner, Trevor Story. Yeah. And I mean, Trevor Story or Justin Turner as a DH when Casillas is playing first base or Cassius is not bad.
Breaking news. The Angels have added Randall Grichuk and CJ Crone. Okay. So I guess they're trying to add. I still don't think it's going to work out for them guys.
It's not going to work because this is literally like watching Kevin Garnett with the Minnesota Timberwolves until he went to Boston and he finally won a championship and people could see him.
Chris Benoit, Pham to the Jays is where I keep reading. Fuck Tommy Pham. I hope he fucking dies in a car crash. He's a piece of shit.
You are wasting.
I'm from Stockton, California. I can do whatever I want. Fuck you, dude. You're garbage.
You are wasting 2 talents.
Yeah.
For no reason. Because your owner is a jackass.
Yeah, pretty much. I was going to play a bunch of video of you guys, but I think I might sneak one in here if I can find it.
Sneak one in because I got to go eat.
All right.
Dinner's on the table.
All right. Let me sneak one in here. Let's see if I can find it. No, not that. No. Let's see here. Oh, is it that one? Is it this? No, we'll see. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. I found it. And for those of you who don't know, Aaron Judge, after running into the outfield wall and breaking his fucking toe, like a genius, had come back. Now, reports were and video was saw him running on the bases. Didn't look too good, but apparently, first game back, Judge says, "Fuck you, boys. I got this." Boom! 91 mile an hour high fastball.
Center. Let's go.
Gone. So there you go. Good to see Judge
when you put
back.
it over the wall, you don't have to run fast.
No. But good on there, Judge. Good for the Yankees to come back. It's funny. Sarah Lang, make sure you follow her on Twitter. She put out a thing today on Twitter. When Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge hit each a home run in the game, the Yankees are 30-3. So last game I think they lost that they did that was the Field of Dream games against the White Sox, unfortunately. But other than that, I got a lot more to put up, but I'll suspend it. It's okay. We'll get to it next week if we can. We're a lot more filled up than we usually are because now we got Richie back with the NFL report, which is awesome.
Yep.
And we may be adjusting our schedule. I don't know. We're gonna figure that out. We got a lot of different pieces, a lot of people from different parts of the country, so it's gonna be fun. But we'll figure it out. Without further ado, my final thoughts are: remember, never take a purpose to every problem. We're not built to ask, but we should be. Our DD-14 gives us a lot of rights, like telling the military to go fuck itself, and just reach out and go to events. Go to events. There's no way you can't find them on Facebook or anything like that with veterans. There's sheepdog response all over the country. Go out there and just enjoy hanging out with your brothers and sisters, singing our war song. That's all I got. Doc.
Like I always say, if anybody reaches out, just listen. You never know what they're going through. Don't offer a solution. Just let them get it out. Other than that, pay attention to baseball. Great times upon us. And also what's going on in training camp for football. If you're going to be doing any fantasy football, that also has some big dealings going on. Other than that, catch me on Tuesday with Richie and Alan. And I will see you guys next weekend. Oh, and before I forget, this coming Sunday, my childhood idol will be joining us, Kirk Bavacqua of the San Diego Padres, Cincinnati Reds fame from when he was playing Dodgers baseball in the 70s and 80s.
Nice. I can't wait for that. It's going to be fucking awesome. All right, Pops.
It's been pretty well scheduled. Don't be part of the 22. Just talk to somebody. It's amazing how you can find out what's ailing you and get it straightened out if you just talk to somebody through it. Go from there.
Absolutely. Without further ado, I'll let my son James sign us out.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.